He must deny himself, pick up the cross and follow me. That's pivotal for a lot of people because somehow or another we feel that, and denying ourselves, that gives us a choice on a lot of the goodly pearls we have accumulated. Or a lot of things, not necessary stuff, but the stuff that we involve in, things that we have accumulated, friendship, relationships, whatever it is that God would challenge us on. Can I give it up? If God asked me to let it go, can I let it go? Do you all remember the parable when Jesus was talking to the rich young ruler? He was telling him, he said, man, you working with some stuff here. And Jesus said, okay. He said, yeah, and I want to be a part of what you are, who you are. Jesus said, okay. He said, now Jesus started laying out about the commandments. He said, yeah, listen, I've done all that from my childbirth. He said, oh, yeah, well, all that you talking about, Jesus, I already did that. I qualified. So Jesus said, all right. Well, you have accumulated a lot of stuff. Go sell all your stuff to the poor and then come after me, because coming after me, if you sell that, you want to get the real treasure. And the rich young ruler, he sized Jesus up just enough to drop his head and walk away. He's like, you asked a hard thing. I accumulated some stuff over my time. I accumulated some friendships over this. accumulated some relationships over this. I got some wealth. I got prestige. I got social status over some time. You're asking me to give up a whole lot of stuff. When he had found this one goodly pearl of great price, I found and I discovered a great thing. You can't rob yourself to this point. Sometimes we rob ourselves out of so many things, but as a believer, you cannot afford to rob yourself out of the benefit of knowing the God that you serve fully. You can't rob yourself from the benefit of having an understanding that there is no impossibilities with him. You can't slack on the fact that he is a God that has no failure in him. No failure in him. There's failure in everything that you can name. Anything and everything that you can point out is failure in it, or have the potential to fail, but in him there is no failure. One pearl of great price. And when you really understand what he's done for us, who he made us to be, the order that he set up for us to operate in, he says, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten of himself, so that you and I can have an opportunity to the tree of life, that we can live for real. Not only that, but then you think about the fact that everything that we could mess up, before there was a world, he already fixed the problem. Before he called the world into existence and said, let there be light. Mm-hmm. Because there was a lamb that was slain before the foundations of the world. He was slain already for all those that think Jesus just came on the scene in the manger and there in Bethlehem, and we go through all that every Christmas, and we go through that. Jesus was on the scene in the beginning. John 1:1 said, in the beginning was the Word. And the Word was with God. And the Word was God. So he ain't no fly-by-night preacher. He ain't no fly-by-night God. He ain't no fly-by-night prophet or whatever you want to classify him. He is God. So all that had to be settled. We make the point all the time that in the 6 days of creation, all that he created, on the 7th day, God would not have been able to rest if everything concerning us, his creation, was not already in place. Every issue that we will as a people or humanity would ever deal with, if that was not satisfied already, Jesus would not have been able to rest on the 7th day. 6 days he created. The 7th day he rests from all his labor, which we call the Sabbath. But what Sabbath really stands, and what the Sabbath really he wanted to put forth in the Sabbath, was completion. We emphasize the day of rest, but what Jesus was saying on the 7th day, it is the time of completion. It's finished. It's completed. Nothing left undone. All questions answered. Everything that has to be anything is already finished. It's dealt with. Therefore, whatever we can contend with in this life is already answered from the beginning, or God would not have been able to rest. That was the significance of the 7th day. So if you don't understand that, then you don't understand this one pearl of great price. You don't understand this treasure that's hid in the field. The treasure that hid in the field. It's worth getting rid of everything and buying the field. I think, if I discover one part of the treasure, well, that's not satisfactory to let the field go, because the rest of the field might have hidden treasures in it as well. I might have just discovered part of it at that moment. So to me, it's worth getting the whole field. So whatever's out there in the field, it belongs to me. Y'all missed that one. If I got the field, I got everything. So I don't want part of Jesus. Give me everything. Give me everything that comes with him. Give me peace. Give me joy. Give me defense. Give me power. Give me authority. Give me everything that comes with him. I don't want some of him. I want all of him. But if you don't understand, you miss the point of the treasure. You miss the point of the pearl. Then we skip over into the